what she said.
Now, that was a joke, Jim. Well, just put that in context.
Funny.
Well,
Funny.
to put it in context, the reason she did that was, of course, the famous time that Melania plagiarized one of Michelle Obama's speeches. So she was taking that joke. I mean,
I was thinking that. I was thinking,
But
well,
it was
I
being
don't really get why it's
racist.
Well, that's what she was doing. She's basically making another joke about the plagiarism of the speech, which was quite funny. I mean, why do we have to, Jim? What is it about the world right now? Because it's even worse in LA. Why is everybody having such a massive sense of humour failure? Can we not mimic anybody?
We'll all take a chill pill. Thanks very much indeed, Jim. Good to see you this morning.
Take care.
Oh, goodness. Talk about chill pills. Laura's in Edinburgh. It is really...
Sean is here with the sports news now. Are we, you know, keeping you busy or anything?
No, I was actually,
you?
We were just keeping a handle on this big story that's breaking in Australia that is getting more and more volatile by the second, of Anton Deck calling the Australians on I'm a Celebrity a bunch of unwashed heathens. And we're getting reaction now from very senior politicians in Australia who are calling, well, one of them even wants them deported. So I just want to say, obviously, if I had to step in and host I'm a Celebrity,
Fly out to Australia.
I can get...
Sean, morning, Sean, because what a victory last night for Andy Murray.
Well, he was also very scathing about journalists, particularly from the Daily Mail. Scathing about them, abusive, foul-mouthed in the press conference because they've been running a lot of stories about him and his asthma problems and his intake of steroids. I think there's a lot of questions. I'm not sure it is a fairy tale involving Sir Bradley, and until he sits down in front of proper journalists, maybe from the Daily Mail, and answers the questions they've raised, there is going to be a massive question mark over his entire career. So you can be as foul-mouthed as you like, Sir Bradley, but I suggest you come and answer some questions, because right now, it ain't looking good.
Right, 6:36. Let's talk about childcare, shall we? Thousands of working parents have sparked a debate in Parliament today over the amount of free childcare that they get compared to those out of work and on benefits.
At the moment, only parents on benefits or very low incomes are entitled to 15 hours of free childcare for their 2-year-olds, as well as their 3- and 4-year-olds.
Now,
There'll be a lot of people, instinctively, I think their reaction will be, well, this...
It's reasonable that childcare, if it's on offer, should be universal, applied to everybody. But there is another argument for giving this amount of free childcare to people who are out of work and on benefits. And that is because the government says that studies show that the attainment level of children who experience this sort of childcare can be improved, particularly for that group, focused at those who are out of work and on benefits. Can you see why that is an argument for giving it just to a specific group of people?
I understand it's, I understand. GP
Is already available
it's already available.
yeah, for a 2-year-old. You pay for that sort of program. Feel is worth absorbing considering your salary? Or have there been times, as we just mentioned in the report leading up to you, that you've thought, actually, it's worth me leaving my job because then I'd get the, you know, perhaps the free childcare, the benefits, and I wouldn't have to pay the
Child tax and tax credits, or working tax credits.
You're discouraged from going to work.
Yeah.
Views. Either you're a mum, a similar position to Anne-Marie, who has a view about this, similar, or maybe you're somebody on benefits, a mum at home, who has another angle on this, where you think, actually, it is right. This is the fair way of doing it. Tell us why, so we can get to understand this more, because it's a big issue.
We're going to talk to an MP who holds exactly that view, actually, after 8 o'clock this morning. So, as Piers says, do get in touch with us. Meanwhile, 6:42, it's time for the competition, which means it's time for Andy.